That's pretty good, that.
Cut off. do you feel like I'm a little close for you?
Hey guys, Happy New Year. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you had a great Christmas break, New Year's Eve, New Year's Day. Hope you got everything you wanted and more. I know I did pretty well out of it. I ended up getting a laptop for Christmas, new tripod and a selfie stick. So yeah, now I'm ready and roaring to go to record some new videos this year. So yeah, I'm really excited. So anyway, let's get right into it. Today's video, we are going to be talking about stretching and warming up for golf, the importance of it, how to do it, when to do it, how often to do it, everything. Yeah, so what I've been doing is I've been scouring around the internet, finding the best and most useful hints and tips and different stretches and everything like that to do with warming up for golf in these cold winter months. And we all know, guys, that the off season is the most important time to keep in shape and keep your body ready and warmed up to go. The smallest things, even going to the range, going to the chipping green to work on short game, putting, maybe not putting, that's probably a bit bad. And if you're gonna be going out to play 9 or 18 holes. When doing all these things, it is super important to warm up and stretch. First of all, we're gonna be looking at a little video by Dawson on Golf Monthly. It's going to be the importance of the pre-round warm-up. We're going to be looking at a video from Piers, Ward and Andy Proudman, aka Me and My Golf. If you haven't heard of these guys, you're mad. But the video I'm going to be sharing today is called the 5-minute golf dynamic warm-up. And in this, they got help from their friend Robert Yang, who's from San Diego. And he is a strength and conditioning coach and a sports nutritionist. After that, we're going to be looking at a report by Brad Walker for stretchcoach.com. So in this one, he's going to be talking about the muscles used in golf. We're going to be talking about the most common golf injuries. And we're going to be talking about injury prevention strategies as well. And also a few of his best stretches that he finds. And also just the overall benefits of stretching for golf. Then we'll be looking at a video by Finch Golf, who is another UK native. Bam. And this video is called Improve Your Golf with Stretching. So he's going to be going through different stretch exercises for all parts of your body, all the way from your head to your toes. So that's just a quick snapshot of what we're going to be going through in this video. And yeah, there's nothing else to do but get right into it. So guys, remember, work hard, work smart, let's improve our game. Okay, so first we're going to talk about a little video done by Dawson for Golf Monthly. In this one, it's a short and sweet video. It's only a few minutes long, but the main thing to take out from that is a little quote that he said is, "If we don't prepare, we will fail." And just that speaks a million words in itself, to be honest. I mean, we can take a lot from that. So when you're going out playing around with the rest of your group, there's no point getting to the 4th hole and saying, hey, you know, I'm ready, I'm warmed up now. Those first 4 holes, I was just warming up, I was really stiff, I'm really getting to it, but I'm ready to play, here we go. It's too late. You know, your score's gonna be done, your day's gonna be ruined, and there's just absolutely no point. So this is why he suggests, just like everyone always says, but most people don't do, go down to the range, make sure you can get about half an hour time to really do like a warm-up routine. But he also says it doesn't start there. It starts at the beginning of the day when you get out of bed. So that's why we're looking at all these different videos and things to try and find a perfect routine for you to do before you start playing golf when it's golf day. So he suggests when you get up in the morning, get up, first thing you do some stretches. He doesn't go into much detail about the stretches. It's more just, you know, of an idea. He says 1 or 2, which we're going to go through. But with that, we're going to be able to take all the things we're going to learn from all the different videos and articles that we're going to be looking at today. And we're going to be able to form a good, solid stretch and warm up that you can do on the day before you go out and play golf. Also, importantly, I do want to stress, obviously, I'm not a health professional, so please don't take everything I say as actual medical advice. If you do have any issues or any pre-existing conditions, please make sure to go see a physician, doctor, anything like that, and get the A-OK that you can actually do these exercises. Basically what I'm saying, I'm not a doctor, I'm just sharing the information that I love. So if you do have any issues, make sure you go get yourself checked that you can actually do this without hurting yourself. And if not, that's great. So the one stretch that he does actually explain is something that you can do in the locker room or out on the first tee, on the range, anytime before you go. Really simple, which is you grab a club, you put it behind your back, put it in between your elbows, and then what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your address position like you're gonna be hitting a ball, and you're just gonna start swinging your upper body like you're gonna be doing your backswing and your downswing. So you're gonna do that a few times, just rotate your body, trying to keep the lower half stable and still, but you're just gonna rotate that upper body. So once you do a few of those motions, it's going to start, you know, feeling a bit better. You can start loosening up. You can also go a bit deeper and dig deeper down in those stretches as well. And that way you're gonna feel a bit more of the stretch, and it's just gonna really help if you're gonna go out with a driver and you're gonna go and try and do one big swing. So that's just gonna really help stretch out the muscles and just really sort of, get them loosen up. So once you've done that, he suggests then you go down to the putting green. So he always says do that after the range and just before you go tee off, not before the range. Main reason is then you can get a good feel for the greens, as you would do, as you'd expect. But mainly what we're going to focus on is that it's going to calm your body down. So you just would have hit a whole bucket of balls and you'd have made so many swings in such a short time. Your body's going to be firing up, ready, and just the adrenaline's going to be going, you're going to be excited. So it's just a nice way to steady the nerves and just bring your body levels right down. Just bring that energy level down so you can get that first tee shot out on the fairway perfect. So like I said, this one is a really straightforward, simple, quick video, but it's more the message behind it that's really proving the point of what I'm trying to get across here, is how important warming up and stretching is. It can make or break your day pretty much, and your score. So do not overlook stretching and warming up. It is probably the most important thing, apart from having a golf swing and swinging the actual shots. It is so important. So moving on to the video from the Me and My Golf Boys, the 5-minute golf dynamic warm-up. So they got their friend Robert Yang from San Diego to chip in his 2 cents, and he is a strength and conditioning coach and also a sports nutritionist. So with this video, he's just giving you 2 simple warm-ups that require no equipment. So the meaning of these warm-ups is not only to prevent injuries, but it's also there to tell your brain and your body what's just about to happen physically. Your nervous system and your body's just not going to be ready for all the extreme movements that you're going to be doing throughout the round with all the golf swings. So what this is going to do is, what he says, is to upregulate your nervous system and your body and get it ready and firing so it knows and expects what's going to happen. So he says the connection between your brain and your muscles for movement is the nervous system. So the most important thing is you want to fire that up, and like he says, you want to upregulate that nervous system to get ready and fire at all cylinders. So the first exercise he's going to talk you through is leg balance exercise. So this one, you want to be standing on one foot, left or right, and then the opposite foot you want to just raise slightly off the ground. And also you're going to want to put your arms out just to balance you. So it may look and it may feel a bit silly and a bit pointless, like you're not stretching anything, but what you don't realize is that all those muscles on the sole of your foot, under your foot, are going to be working super hard to try and keep your whole body and the whole body weight balanced without falling over. And that is key in the golf swing, is balance. So it's all about stabilizing your foot, your knees, and your hips. If your hips aren't warmed up and they're not firing right, you're going to notice that the leg that you're slightly lifting is going to be tilting over your body. It's your hips not really firing and getting stretched out, so it's just naturally going to start to drift over your other leg and start to drop. What you want to do is really focus on keeping your hips stabilized and don't let that leg drop over. Keep your balance and just keep those muscles on the bottom of your foot firing. So you're going to want to hold that for 30 seconds, and then you just want to do the exact same thing and switch it on your other foot as well. Even just one repetition of this on each foot is going to really help with upregulating your nervous system, and it's just going to get everything starting to fire. So if this doesn't feel like a challenge for you, which after a while it was for me as well, he suggests that you try and do it with your eyes closed. Sounds simple, but it is nearly impossible. I say impossible, I'm just obviously not that balanced. And the second exercise is going through is the upper body rotation exercise. So what you want to do is you want to make sure you have a really stable lower half. You want to make your address posture, so you want it to be like you're addressing at the ball. And you also want to stabilize your pelvis, so you want to keep that lower half still in its address and just stabilized. Then you're going to want to cross your arms over your chest, and you want to rotate your upper body backwards and forwards. So you're doing this to get the rotation in your shoulders, but the main thing is you don't want your lower half to move. You want to keep your lower half stable and set, and you want to just slowly start rotating those shoulders. You don't want your knees wobbling as well. You want to keep still. So if your knees do start to wobble and you start going side to side, that just means your pelvis isn't stable. And then what you're going to want to do is to start speeding up, because you're going to have a whole range of movements and speeds of your swings. So you're going to want to start speeding up and start doing fast movements, and then go right down slow. So in that way, your body is completely ready for anything you throw at it through the game. All right, next up is the 3 best stretches for golf. And this report was done by Brad Walker back in 2019, and that one was for stretchcoach.com. So first off, he talks about the muscles that are actually used in golf. So he says the swing is comprised of 4 elements. That is the backswing, the downswing, full strike, and the follow through. So the backswing rotation uses the upper back muscles. These also help players maintain an erect spine. And to position the upper body and to generate speed, we use our shoulder muscles. So to generate torque and also to increase club head speed, we use our core, and we also use our lower back muscles. especially the erector spinae muscles and the latissimus dorsi muscle when turning. So to control the golf club and to support your wrist, we use your forearm muscles. And then what's got a really important role at maintaining your posture is your hamstrings. And then also to assist your balance and your knee flex, we use our quadriceps and our calf muscles. So next he talks about the most common golf injuries. So the swing requires a combination of shoulder movement through a wide range of motion at high speed and also a strong rotation of the trunk. So both of these movements produce a risk of injury alongside a lot of elements of the game as well. So I'm sure you're wondering, what are these common injuries? Everyone always asks, how can you get injured from golf? How can you hurt yourself? Well, here's a list. You can get herniated discs, upper and lower body back strain. You can get shoulder injuries, including shoulder tendonitis, bursitis, and impingement syndrome, rotator cuff tendonitis, and or strain. You can get elbow injuries, including golfer's elbow, real thing. That's called medial epicondylitis, and elbow bursitis. You can get wrist and hand injuries, including carpal tunnel syndrome. You can get trigger finger and dequerulins tendonitis. You can get knee injuries, including anterior cruciate ligament sprain, also known as ACL, and meniscus tear. These all sound pretty darn horrible. So now we're going to go through strategies to prevent these injuries. And he says to always warm up and stretch to prepare for golf. Cold muscles are way more prone to injury. Allow for an adequate cool down session as well. I didn't even know about this before I read this, but it's really important to cool down even from golf. So just perform some gentle, easy stretches after you finish your round as well, just to warm your body down. Just like when you're at the gym, you go for a run on the treadmill or anything like that, you just got to do a nice little cool down session. Include some aerobic fitness training. So this is going to help prevent fatigue and also the breakdown of good technique all the way through your game. So he said also to add regular strength training. So this is for your shoulders, your chest, your back, forearms, your core. This will all help avoid a breakdown of good technique. So you're going to want to improve the flexibility in your muscles and joints, mainly in the shoulder and core as well. This is going to help reduce stress on those areas as you go on through your life playing the game. And a really big important thing as well, something that I forget all the time, is you want to stay hydrated. You want to drink water as much as you can. So I strongly recommend that you drink every 15 minutes, you take a drink of water. That's whether you're thirsty or not. You just do that. So that's going to replenish the energy that you've been exerting all the way through the round. If you just keep topping yourself up with water 15 minutes at a time, you're just going to keep your body in a great fit shape. And finally, one of the main things that's critical to avoiding injury is your attention to technique. So what I really strongly recommend is go see a golf coach, go see your local pro down at your course, get a lesson, just so you can get a real proper understanding of the golf swing mechanics. Because without technique, you're just prone to all the injuries all the time. I've done that myself. So lessons are super important. So muscle strain and sore muscles is the most common thing amongst golfers. So you want to make sure you perform regular golf stretches to improve the flexibility and your range of motion. This will not only relax your swing, but it will also improve your accuracy. It will increase your confidence, and not only that, it will also enable you to eventually swing harder and faster. And that way you can hit bombs like Big Phil. So all the golf injuries we've been talking about that you can get from not stretching and warming up and getting in golf, these can all be avoided. Even the most basic stretches can just make you feel a lot better overall and makes you a lot less prone to any of these injuries. And he says glossing over this in regular golf training can cost you dearly. So now we're going to have a look at the 3 best stretches that Brad Walker suggests for your golf training. Now across all these videos and articles, we're going to be seeing a lot of different stretches and a lot of the same stretches. So what this means is that all those different stretches, they're going to have to be a vital part of your stretching regime. So the first one from Brad Walker is the bent arm, upper back and shoulder stretch. So for this one, you're going to want to stand upright and place one arm across your body. Then you want to bend your arm at 90 degrees and pull your elbow towards your body. You want to slowly stretch until you feel about a 7 out of 10 on the strain. If there's any pain or discomfort, then that means you've pushed too far. You just got to release and take it easy. You're going to want to hold that for about 20 to 30 seconds while relaxing and breathing deeply. Take deep inhales and exhales. And you're going to repeat this about 2 or 3 times and do this for each arm. Next up, we've got the reaching lateral side stretch. So for this one, you're going to want to stand with your feet at shoulder width apart again. You're going to want to slowly bend to the side, reach over the top of your head with your hand. You're going to want to slowly take that stretch across and really feel it. Like you said with the others, you want to be slowly inhaling and exhaling as well. Take slow, deep breaths. And then obviously you're going to want to repeat that on the other side as well. So the third and final stretch we're going to be looking at from him is going to be the lying knee, rollover and lower back stretch. So what you want to do, you want to be laying on your back And you're going to want to bend your knees up to about 90 degrees, and you're going to want to put your arms out to the side just to make sure that your shoulder blades and your upper and lower back is flat on the ground. You don't want them to fall to the ground, you want them just a bit above the ground, just so there's still some restraint there. And an important thing is to let your back and your hips rotate with your knees as well. So that's everything about golf stretching from Brad Walker. I mean, I think it's really helpful. Before reading this, I didn't know anything about what the actual common golf injuries were. I didn't realize there were so many. I just thought you'd get a bad back or you might pull something. I mean, I've had a few. Even doing these simple stretches, just doing these on a regular basis when you're playing golf can save you a lot of pain. And now that I'm in America, a lot of money. The link to his report is going to be down below, so please make sure to click that, read through it in detail. And like I said, I'm not a medical health professional, so do not take any of the advice that I'm taking and sharing with you as gospel, but read the article, it's super interesting. So now we're going to be talking about the video from Peter Finch Golf. He's an awesome guy, also from the UK as well, and this video is called Improving Your Golf with Stretching. So he's just preaching the same as everyone else. He's saying that stretching and improving your flexibility is often overlooked, and it's just key and very important. In his video, he works from top to bottom. He does stretches from your neck all the way down. So I'm just going to do a rundown of the stretches that he talks about, and I'm going to show you them as well. But to get a full understanding, make sure you watch his video. It's really interesting. So first up is a stretch for your neck. For this one, you're going to want to stand tall, and then you're going to want to bend your neck slowly to the left and right. But obviously don't stretch too far. Only do what's comfortable for you at the time. You're then going to want to hold this for 5 deep breaths, and then you're going to want to slowly bend backwards and forwards, and then finally you're going to rotate in both directions. Rotate your neck all the way around. So next we're going to focus on your shoulders and upper back. So you're going to want to link your fingers and then push your hands slowly outwards. Then you're going to want to bring your arms up slowly over your head, keeping that same position, and then you want to come back down again. Then you're going to want to put your hands behind your back, link the fingers, and then do the exact same stretch, but stretching out backwards. Now we're going to look at the sides and the obliques. So you're going to want to link your fingers and then raise your hands above your head again like before. Then this time when you're at the top, you're going to want to slowly bend to the left and to the right to stretch out your sides. Now he's going to do some rotational stretches. So for this, you're going to want to stand tall. You're going to want to bend your knees. And then you're going to hold your arms out in a ring. And then you're going to want to just turn your upper body with your hips staying still. So now you're going to want to get into your golf posture. For this one now, you want to put one arm behind, and then you're going to put one arm in front and across your body. And then you're going to do the same things before. You're going to rotate your upper body whilst keeping the lower body still. So now we're going to go into stretching the hips. For this one, you just want to put your hands on your hips, and you want to sort of slowly rotate and do that in both directions. Now we're going to focus on the arms. So this one, we're going to start with your wrists. Just put your wrists out in front of you and just slowly rotate your wrists left to right, both directions to loosen those up. Then next, you're going to want to push your arm out straight. You want to raise your fingers up like you're saying stop to someone. And then you're going to want to take your other hand and then slowly pull back those fingers. And you're going to feel that stretch in that forearm. And then obviously do that for both arms as well. Then you're going to focus on the back arm. So with this, you're going to put left arm out and right over, bringing towards your chest. And then you're going to want to put your left arm up and make sure that it's touching your left shoulder. And then you want to bring your right arm across, grab that elbow, and just push that back. Obviously repeat with the other arm as well. Okay, so now we're going to be focusing on the lower body. So what you're going to do is you want to grab an iron for balance. So you're going to want to stand on one leg, and then you're going to want to bring that other leg behind, and then start to hold that with your hand and then pull that leg up. Okay, so now you want to get into your golf posture. Add some flex in your knees just for a bit of ease. You want to keep your feet shoulder width apart. Hold the club out in front of you. And then we're going to slowly bring those arms down to your feet and touch the toes. So now you're just going to want to bring your front leg out like you're going to go in for a lunge, and then put the club down at your toe level. Now you're going to want to put your opposite leg behind you with your foot facing outwards, so at a 90-degree angle. And then you want to stretch out with pressure on your lead foot. So this way you're really going to feel that stretch, not only in that lead leg, but also in the trail leg behind. You're going to stretch all those muscles out. So now you want to go down, you're going to want to stretch your calves. So for this one, you're going to want to stand tall again. And then you're going to want to slowly add flex to one leg. And then on the opposite leg, you want to straighten that one out. And then on the leg that you're straightening out, you want to start to raise your toes, and that's going to stretch your calf, and you'll feel it in your calf muscle there. So then you want to be doing the same thing, but you just want to repeat with the other leg. So like I said, I'm just quickly skimming through these stretches just to show you, but I highly recommend you still watch his video just so you can see him do it and explain and talk about everything and just to string it all together. Okay guys, that's going to be it for this video. I hope you've taken something away from today, and hope you feel you've learned a bit more about stretching and the importance of it and what can come from not warming up your body correctly for golf. From researching into this, I've learned a lot myself because I knew that stretching and warming up for golf was important. Because I've had a few problems myself when it comes to golf on my back, my chest, my shoulders, rotator cuff. I've had an injury there as well. And I never stretched and warmed up properly. So as I've said through the video, I strongly recommend that you go and click on each of the links below to each video and article that we looked at so you can see it in full. So thanks to all you guys that supplied the content and enabled me to share it all with everyone else. I haven't been able to go over and cover everything I wanted to. There's a lot of content and material here to talk about. So there's going to be another video to pick up from where we left off on the world of stretching and warming up. But in the meantime, let me know, what did you like? What didn't you like? What worked? What didn't work? Post your comments down below. Let me know what you think. Like I said, this is my first proper video, so I'm up for all the criticism and any pointers. And most importantly, don't forget, hit that like button if you liked it. Hit that subscribe button up here. That way you're going to be able to keep up to date with everything that I'm doing, all the videos that are coming out, all this content. It will let you know when everything's coming up. And don't forget to hit that little bell icon as well. What this will do is this will notify you whenever a video comes out, so you get your notifications on your phone, just in case you forget and miss it. If you know anyone else or have any friends that play golf, share this video with them. I will bet you they don't warm up and stretch properly before they play or practice anything for golf. That's exactly what I'm doing right now. I've been learning about the subjects, now I'm sharing it with all of you. I'm sure they'd appreciate it. Alright guys, that's me signing out. So remember, work hard, work smart, let's improve our game.